Sawubona mntwana wesithuni. Sawubona mntwana wedlozi. Ngikubingelela kuzo zonke iy'nkalo. Singakaboni lutho ongasihlukanisa nomvelinqangi. Indlela efanelekile ukuthi sizenze ngazo ukuxhumana ngoba kwesinye isikhathi i-communication yethu iyalahleka esimeni sabantu abadala because how we address izinto nezinto noma sesizi-addressile to the ancestors asizilandeleli, akubi nama-follow-ups nendlela esikhuluma ngayo ngoba thina siyakwazi ukukhuluma nabantu abaphilayo nabantu basemhlabeni ngendlela wonke size siyilandelele ezinye izinto kodwa when it comes to our ancestors masi-communicate nabo, some of the things we're just talking then singasayilandeleli ngoba kubalulekile how we communicate with our ancestors and how we address them. So ezinto ey'ningi ezishayayo ngoba a lot of people iy'nto zabo imosheka kwesinye isikhathi ngaleyo ndlela leyo with the communication, the formula abayisebenzisayo how to communicate with the ancestors. So kubalulekile how you communicate because yazi some of the things we need to do the research ukuthi sikhuluma kanjani nama-ancestors wethu, how we communicate with them. Because I can tell you to use this formula, because that formula, it does not work when nama-ancestors wakho. Ayisebenzeli because it's so important to do the research about your surname, how you do things. Because kubalulekile ukuthi sizenzeni ama-research ukuthi sizenza kanjani izinto mayesiku-this surname. Sizenza kanjani izinto because some people they are using wrong formulas as we speak right now. Bayenza izinto ngendlela abantu abadala abakubo bafuna ukuthi ba-communicate ngayo. So it's so important to go and do research ngey'dalo zakini, how they do things. Izinto bebazenza kanjani nge-surname yakho. So the previous life sikhulumile ngomsamo kubalulekile kangakanani izinto ukuthi sizenze ngendlela abantu abadala bafuna ukwenza ngayo ngoba yazi there's a situation la esinokubhekana nazo. Like mabethi hambi yokhuluma uyocela like to plead to your ancestors, you need to go ukhulume nabo and tell them the honest truth because thina sometimes we hide ezinye izinto and singabatshela abantu abadala ukuthi okay ngumntwana wenu mina ngizophahla manje ngizocela ukuthi nasi isimo. And when you address them, because we can address umuntu wasemhlabeni simnabise indaba nama-ancestors wakho, they need ukuthi ubanabise indaba uhlala ukhulume ukuthi what is happening in your life and ucelane and what are you promising to do nabo. Ngizoyenza into kanje nakanje nakanje kodwa kwamanje ngisabhekane nesimo esiso abantu abadala, ngizocela ukuthi whatever lento engizoyenza ngayo ngizocela ukuthi abantu abadala behabe nokunxusa, ngiyanxusa ngalento engibhekane nayo, ngizonxusa ukuthi okay ngiza ngalokho, yes ngithe ngifuna lokho kodwa ngizonxusa. Abantu abaningi we just talk then singasabuyeli because siseqala into then asisabuyeli kuma-ancestors wethu to communicate ukuthi kwenzakaleni or kuhamba kanjani because we just talk then that's it, asisabuyi or we're no longer communicating with them because asiyitholanga indlela or izinto azikayenzakali izinto ngale ndlela esithina esifisa ngayo. Because sometimes yes you go uhambe uyophahla uyocela then you don't get answers from that time. Sometimes you need ukuthi ukhulume nabo uhambe uyocela because uzucela ukuthi maybe khona indlela engiyisebenzisa or angisebenzisi kahle na, because sometimes siyaya lapha kanti akusindlela abantu abantu bakini bafuna ukuthi ni-communicate ngayo ukuze bakuzwe wena. So bese wena bese uba khona-ke lapho khona-ke bese kuba yinto ke lapho kwephezu kwesimo sempilo la ukuthi kwena izinto asakazisayenzakali. But now we need to do the research. I-research is so important because every time I emphasize ukuthi kubalulekile to do our research. The reason why I'm talking about the research because research it helps you a lot. Sometimes is the khona bakhuluma bathi mkhulu yes sizoyenza i-research because some of our parents they passed away and abanye basishiye singayenzelanga izinto. Yazi sometimes i-research yakho through your prayers, through ucela nabantu abadala ukuthi bakwembulele, because sometimes nicela kayi-one ukuthi okay abantu abadala ngicela ningambuleni, then you no longer following that process yokucela because sometimes like I'll make an example noma use-court, when you're in use-court noma uzocela noma uzoplida ukuthi this person akayenzanga lento leyo, it's not like today uyacela then everything iba right because you need to prove yourself ukuthi really uyacela kubona abantu abadala ukuthi bekuzwe So some people here, they just do it izinto because manje ngaleso sikhathi bebefuna ngalesi sikhathi yena afuna ngayo, the ancestors they never answer abamphendula ngaleyo ndlela, azange bamphendule ngaleso sikhathi. So it becomes a problem because we are ill patient. Some we are ill patient. We are ill patient because masicela kwethu we need ama answers. Uyacela, it's like a call, we are pleading. Then uzowuzwa ukuthi bona bathina abantu abadala, they will come ngama actions wabuthi okay sizwile or asizwanga lento le. And mawucela kwabantu abadala, you need to show yourself and you need to be patient. And nayo ezinye izinto kuwo konke kule ndlela esihamba kuyona, masihamba kule ndlela abantu abadala, we sometimes lento nginokuyisho njalo, some people they are in this journey for wrong reason. Some people they are here for material things. They are in the journey for material things. Which okay, I want to be rich or I want to be in the journey. So it becomes a problem. Kuabantu abaningi ngoba manje the ancestors they could bless this person, masimbusisa lo muntu lo, lento esizidingayo nento ukuthi zimele zenzakala angeke zenzakale accordingly thina the way sifuna ngakhona, because ama ancestors abasebenzi ngendlela yakho. That's another thing. Ama ancestors wakho abasebenzi ngendlela wena ocabanga ngayo, because some of the things bangayifuna ngendlela bona bayifuna ngayo. Some of the things when you can go in ngendlela iuba difficult kanti they just want into simple. When uthathe uyophahla la, some of the ancestors abazwani nempepho, because into engiyikhuluma kanje, that's why ngithi you need to do your research, because khona abanye abantu abaphahla ngesniff nje kuphela. It's a routine, it's a formula how they communicate bona, because yazi sometimes masingalalela lento ekhuluma nathi, because there's a thing that ekhuluma nathi ngaphakathi, unembezo uyakhuluma kwena, but because ukulesimo sendlela lelo uncane ukuthi kuwo konke whatever you are doing you don't even believe kuyo ukuthi utshela ukuthi njalo wenza into wrong. Kwesinye isikhathi inokukhuluma nawe ngoba yabona ama-formula abantu abadala baningi ukuyenza izinto ngendlela, senza izinto ngendlela ezihlukile. Yes, ngabantu abamnyama kodwa senza izinto ngekuhlukile because into nento kulapho uku-understanda khona ama-ancestors ukuthi thina we understand ngale ndlela le ukuthi mike silayitela into enasona, so it's how we communicate. So ukuphahla nokucela kwabantu abadala to show you and guide you. Some of the family members don't need kwesinye isikhathi umuntu akhulume in passing athe man yazi besenza sona so. Ama-answers amanye you don't need to go and sit down and people and ask them ukuthi hey mfethu bekusebenza kanjani ka. Kwezinye izinto uNkulunkulu uyakwembulela. I'm talking from experience, because some of the things ezinye izinto ezenzakalile okunye kufike kundlula and kahlala kumina because bengifuna iy'mpendulo zayo nini umuntu wakhona wa just talking nje akhuluma nje ayindlulela, but into yakhona make ikhuluma so kuyiyona umlayezo ukuthi nayi lento boyifuna so uyayinotha down. Some of the things nabo abantu abadala bezokwambulela ukuthi kokunye ku-1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 naku izinto esizokudinga nakanje nakanje, but because wena so hambe ugxilile wahlala kakhulu, thina into esilimazayo sigxila kakhulu ku-social media. Social media, it's here to enlighten us, isiphe ilight. Some izosiphi ilight ukuthi our ancestors ukuthi babe active, thina sigxila kakhulu and bese sivalela labantu esihamba nabo ukuthi bangasakwazi ukusebenza, because wena you grab that formula because you saw that person umbheke ngeso lenyama, you saw that person uthi une 1 2 3 4 5. If I could use that formula nami I will end up ngiba 1 2 3 4 5 empilweni, kanti which is wrong. That person was here to ukuthi akulight, akuphe the light ukuthi what is happening ngempilo, khona ezinye izinto kumele ubuke ngendlela ethizeni. Nawe nabantu abakini bese bakutshela ukuthi why don't you use some omunye umuntu we are using a lot of candles, some uyenza into eziningi uthatha inalo kanti your ancestors they just want one candle, bafuna ube nekhandlela ufune namanzi, because you could see a lot of people baphahla ngamanzi, umuntu aphahle ngamanzi nangekhandlela, then things ziba right. But when because uzwe ngobani ubona that formula right for that person because iyona indlela yokucommunicate, because angeke ngene ekhayeni ngithi ngiyophahla ekhayeni labaTswana labeSuthu ngizophahla ngesiZulu. Sometimes lento le mangifika, but those people they don't understand me, ngiphahla ngesiZulu mara ngisekhayeni labaTswana. AbaTswana they do differently nathi, because yes we are communicating sikhuluma nabantu abadala but in a different way, as communicating ngendlela efanayo. So a person from kwenye culture thatha enye into ezoyisebenzisa kuyena bese that thing ihambe ingasebenzi bese uqala ukublame ama-ancestors. You need to ask yourself, am I doing right now? Am I doing a right thing now to communicate with my ancestors? Because communication is so important in this journey. So thina siyaluza lapho singasakhona ukuxhumana, singasayenzi nakahle. And when you talk to them, some people they are still new in the journey. Yes, they're saying you to be able to teach abantu abadala, but awuna right if you are still new in the journey. You don't have a right if you are still in the journey, because awunayo into ephathekayo ozokhuluma ngayo. Like ngizokhulumela ngento zomthetho. Awunayo into ongayibamba ukuthi okay this thing yes ngikwenzile lokhu nalokhu, because khona abanye abantu they are just bayothetha but abakabi nento abesebayenzile. Yazi ama-ancestors asebenza ngendlela ukuthi okay angabe kunama-delay nanani, but wena mawuyoplida kubi uyokhuluma nanabo kunento ozokhulumela phezu kwayo, because kubuhlungu uhamba nomuntu singenayo into esizoyikhulumela phezu kwayo akakaze attempta nix, but now this person is starting to complain ukuthi the ancestors they are not opening doors for me, but awukakabi nento sekawayenza, awukakabi nento nejeni ukuthi okay now sengine-story I could talk to the ancestors ukuthi I've traveled this and I did this and this and this bantu abadala, why manje sengihamba njalo ngibe nanokuvaleleka esimeni sasekuphileni nento ephathekayo so that we can go and communicate with the ancestors. Manje wena ongakabi nento ephathekayo but you are starting to complain, so qale ngokukhomplayina leyo which is wrong. You need ukuthi kube nento ephathekayo. Fana nomntwana othi akayenzeliwe, you can't just tempt that thing ukuthi umntwana khabo babakhe yes maybe there was a thing ukuthi azange umama akahambe ayomi-introduce kuma-ancestors ukuthi okay or kayobikwa isisu okay umama kweke kaba nalezo zinto lezo but azange le nkinga ihanjiswe khabo mkhonyana. Then sesiyaqala manje ukuthi sesiyaqala siyacomplaina yes mababuza ukuthi Mr. Nidlo zakhabo babakhe lemcomplaina kanjani because azange limenze what nile nayo bika isisu khabo lo mntana no azange siye because of this. You need to go noma bathi umuntu athini uthi uzosiphika but you need to go there because you know very, because noma masesiyokhuluma lapha edlozini masekathi umntwana uyabanga sibatshele nabantu abadala basekhaya khabo lo mntwana khabo babo ukuthi lo muntu samletha kunina kodwa abantu abaphila bam-reject umntwana. Lapho sinento ephathekayo esingakwazi ukuyokhuluma ngayo kubona labantu abadala. So masinganayo into ephathekayo it becomes a problem, because now we're starting thina we are quick to judge but izinto asizenzanga ngokomthetho no matter what, but with your partner beningazwani, but you need to do the right thing and follow the procedure, because they will tell you nasinabantu bomthetho you need to follow the procedure. Thina we don't follow sometimes ama-procedure akumele alandelelwe singabantu abamnyama, because khona ezinye izinto you don't need to go and consult. Some of the things under general, some of the things you know very good magneta, so you need to do this, you need to, sometimes you don't need to consult, because sometimes you come how kanti khona eyabantu bakini abayenza ngakhona. That's why most of the time I tell people when they ask me about ukuphahla, I tell you need to do ngendlela abantu bakini abayenza ngayo, because social media seyenza belulo. There are people abasibongo fanana, you just type then they try to guide you and show you now kokunye nomoya uzokwazi ukujela now. Sometimes umoya wakho udinga just a kickstart in order to be active, dinga ube kickstart. Sometimes thina we are so lazy, we are lazy because sifuna ukwenzelwa yonke into. So ezinye izinto they are under general, sometimes asidinga ukuthi sibe difficult in order to understand ezinye izinto. Thina sithanda those bombastic words. That's why on a previous life I was talking about ukuthi thina sithanda masibizwa ngamagama aphezulu. Sometimes you don't understand, sometimes you invite into bengamelanga ibe khona manje, lento le beyimeli ibe khona in future. So when uyifuna manje because you want a name tag ukuthi uzobizwa ngo 1 2 3 4 5. So mntana sekhaya you need to go back to the drawing board, communicate nabantu abadala. abadala. You need to go there and khulume nabo and be specific and uvule inhliziyo njengoba ukhuluma njengomuntu. Yazi I love the incwadi yabazingcwele because incwadi yabazingcwele it really talk with us because athi thina singabeki amathemba ethu ebantwini. Thina our problems thatha amathemba ethu siwabeke ebantwini. As nabantu abadala wena uyakwazi ukinforma umuntu ophilayo, umuntu ongamazi ukuthi ukufiselana, ukwazi uminforma umtshele wethu yonke into yakho umtshele ngayo, but makumele communicate with your ancestors you don't tell them everything. You just highlight nje ezinye izinto. You need to go detail by detail and inform them with what is happening. Udinga kuphi direction abantu abadala. You need to tell them I've already started the journey but I don't have a light and I'm communicating angixhumani nani, so bantu abadala ngicela ningiholeni so that I will get this communication ngikwazi ukuxhumana nani. You need to tell them. Ube specific to them abantu abadala. So thina we just talk ezinye izinto, and it's so important ukuthi noma nento seyenzakalile or whatever progress so itholile, you need to go and inform them ukuthi bantu abadala lokhu bengikukhulekisa manje sekuyenzakalile, there's a light, because abantu thina only we go there when we're in a situation le ubunzima ukuthi good, now I'm in a difficult situation manje sekumele ngiyocommunicate with my ancestors. Lapho uyenzile lento le but awusabuyeli kubo, awusaba inform, awusabatsheli nix, then lento le bese sekenzakalani into zakho mase iqala ukenzakala, mase iqala kumoshakala, then awusenandaba. You need to go there and inform them, then ngoba kuyokhuluma nabo kulapho yenza khona i-affidavit. It's where lapho yenza affidavit bashaya istamp abantu abadala. You know very well bazokutshela after 6 months lento le whatever boyenzile affidavit after ayisasebenzi. You need to go uyenza into zakho, ukhulume nabo abantu abadala, ukhulume nabo uyisho nento yakho ukuthi istamp nayo into kanti, bese uyaphinda futhi ubuyele futhi uyoconfirma nanabo ukuthi bantu abadala manje u1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 sekayenzakalile, ngiyakubonga nokukhanya kwenu bantu abadala ukuthi nikwazi ukuvula but thina we just go there mase kumnandi isilahle side, you know, asinandaba, but we wanna go back futhi mase kunzima futhi bazokwenza lokho. No, kwesinye isikhathi sinokudlala isimo sikamoya. You need ukuthi silandelele into until kube ne clearance ibe right into ukuthi okay I'm done with this thing, because yabona iyahlupha into engapheli. Yes, the spiritual journey, it's something engapheli, but ama level, you need to finish this level. Some of you are stuck in the same level. You need to ask yourself why, because into iqalile because uyiqalile wayicela lapho uthe masobona that light over you, what okay konke seku-right, but you never go back and inform them and tell them, okay guys, now I have a light in mind, sengicela ukuthi kukhanye ngikhuphuke nami ngikwazi kuba nenqubekela phambili esimeni sasekuphileni. Then when you go there, then there was a light, then you stop, you're no longer going there because lento boyifuna so itholile. Nika wena umuntu makakuuser awujabuli, you get pissed off ukuthi this person ukwazi kuza kimi mangabe ufuna in danger or ufuna usizo. Now you get pissed off. Even the ancestors bayakuthanda, even your child noma kwenza kanjalo uyamthanda but you get bored. Sometimes you have a tie ngengumnikeza. The ancestors they do the same thing ukuthi kuyafana this person uza kithi but uza kithi when it suits him or her. So into ekumele ukuthi you need to have a abadala bafuna ukuba informe ubatshe ukuthi this is what is happening, I've seen already progress in my life. So bantu abadala ngiyabonga kakhulu, ngiyabonga to give me lento le eningibonisa nga the light that I have manje sengiyayibonga ngiyayamkela. So thina siya lapha when it suits us and it destroys us a lot. That's why I end up siba confused in the spiritual journey. Siba confused in the spiritual journey because ezinye izinto zethu asiyenzi izinto azina pattern. Into esizenza in the spiritual journey azibi ne pattern njalo, azina pattern. Into yakho uqalela wayekela la so la all over, into yakho end up ingabi ne pattern. Already nawe uba confused kulento okuyo. Akumelanga ube confused kulento because thina sijahile. The other thing thina sijahile into esilimazayo doing things abajah, they doing things step by step. so that izokwazi ukufinyelela lapho kuba ne-progress. Thina silimazwa into encane then sigijime kusesithakathiwe vele ubani bani bekangangifuni kwenzakala 1 2 3 4 5. We are quick to judge. We are quick to judge. Izinto zethu zibonakala ngento ezincane, ngama-minor things. Sometimes ezinye izinto ezabanye abantwana zimoshakale ngento ezincane bekumele kube ziyasolviwa kube ne-progress. Kube kenze 1 2 3 4 5 kaba ne-progress empilweni yakho. So into eziningi zisilimaza ngokuthi manje thina asifuni ukwenza izinto according to our cultures. Yes, each journey, there's a journey, there's a gift, but the culture nayo ibalulekile to play its role, because yindlela maybe shaya this instrument or maybe yenza ngale ndlela itswela abantu abadala baba nokujabula, because we can't change some of the things bezenziwa mandulo. We can't change them. If you wena ufuna ukusebenzisana nabaphansi, you can't come with your new stuff or whatever. Into zoza na ukuthi abantu abadala, we need to come up, we need to move with time. Those people, they don't move with time, because there are some things in khona lemculo emeliculwa itswe lapho wonke umuntu bekajabula, nabanye bebekhona bebelicula mekucula lona, they know very well ukuthi these people baba nokujabula. So you cannot change them. Thina abantu, we come up izinto ezintsha, sifuna ukuba change, sifuna ukchange how izinto bezenzakala ngakho. You cannot. Entweni abantu abadala, you can't do a shortcut. There's no shortcut in ancestors journey. Kwinjeni ama-ancestors, there's no shortcut. Ayikho shortcut kule ndlela esiphila kuyona, kule ndlela abantu abadala. So abantu abaningi, but they've tried ama-shortcut. Into makumele uyenze nge-accordingly, you need to do it accordingly nabantu abadala. Kuthi uma ukwazi ukuthi noma kungakabi ney'mpendulo or nezinto sezihamba ziba nokuxakeka, you go there and plead to them and tell them ukuthi bantu abadala, but I've tried, ngayenza ngale ndlela eniyibonise ngayo. So manje kwenzakalani manje into ezingabi nokuvuleleka, so that nabantu abadala noma beyidingatha besho ukuthi kodwa ingane izamile konke, akube nokuqaqeleka njalo, kube nokukhanya phezu kwesimo sempilo yakhe. So izinto, how we do things, it counts a lot, because thina we do things esingazazi. We end up, you can't define yourself in a spiritual journey ukuthi ungubani, because you've got a lot of things ozenzayo at the same time. You can't even define. Yabona, it's really sad and painful if you can't even define yourself. It's really sad and painful. You need to define yourself when you're in a spiritual journey. That's why every time I emphasize alento ukuthi umuntu, whatever you are wearing, you need to explain ngayo. You need ukwazi ukukhuluma ngayo about your gift. You need ukwazi ukukhuluma ngayo, because some people, they bagqokile ezinye izinto, they are blocking into zabo, bayablockeka ezinye izinto, but bengamelanga ube umuntu uyayisebenzisa lezo zinto lezo ngalesikhathi samanje, bekumele kube maybe they are the latest hit, because some of the things we are using, we don't even understand them. So it's really sad, kubuhlungu ukubona umntwana enganangqubekela phambili while akuyine spiritual journey, akujeni yakhe. I-journey le journey le is not here to destroy umuntu. Le journey le, it's here to evoke umuntu ukuthi akwazi kuba nokukhula, because ukhula spiritually. Yes, ukhula spiritually, mentally. You don't grow physically, you grow spiritually, mentally. So some people, they don't grow spiritual, mental, but umuntu are still stuck, but I've been in this journey for 30 years, but I can't see progress in my life. What's wrong? It's you're a problem. Khona izinto maybe oyisebenzisa ngendlela abantu abadala bangafuni ukuthi uyisebenzise ngayo. So thina, we need to allow kwesinye isikhathi naleli izwe elikhuluma kuthina, ngoba ushilo wathi ngolizwe ngiyadala. So you need to allow umoya wakho, abantu abadala, the spirit that is talking to you, ukuthi naso sisebenze, asingasivalelini ngaphandle, because most of the thing thina, most of the time, because we don't even believe in ourselves, we don't even believe what we are doing. Umuntu avuke ekuseni aye emanzini, but akakholelwa lokhu kuyanqikaza, unokungabaza. You need to pray and plant that seed ukuthi uNkulunkulu kumanje songibizele in this journey, because ukwenzeka ku ezinye izinto azenzeki ngemistake. There's a reason why ziyenzekala ngaleyo ndlela leyo. So uNkulunkulu meke kuthathile wakufaka in the journey, you need to ask naye nabadala to guide me ukuthi uNkulunkulu say, I'm in this journey, I need you to guide me and protect me. Thina ithemba lethu most of the time silimala kakhulu ngoba ithemba lethu lisebantwini. Thina we trust people ukudlula uNkulunkulu nama-ancestors wethu. We trust the Lord. That's why most of the time you can't even silalele nomoya noma sewusibonisa uze umuntu athi and yazi I had a bad feeling ngiyizwile lento le kodwa nami ngathatheka, because this thing if you under kamoya ngaleso sikhathi bowuzoyibona this thing it's wrong and I mustn't do it, because manje thina si under influence ukuthi sisemoyeni wenyama but we are doing it osikamoya. That's why most of the time we are stuck, we don't even understand what is happening, because we don't allow umoya lo osisebenzisayo ukuthi ube nendawo, because uvalela ngaphandle and uyizwe lento ukuthi iyakhuluma na ukuthi this thing uzushaye nawo uvalo when you are doing this thing ukuthi has enough my gut feeling I allow lento ingenza, but let me just do it because ngifuna ukukhanyiseleka. You need to uvumela umoya wakho usebenze, because ekugcineni kubuhlungu uyisola kubuhlungu kuyisola, because a lot of people manje baphila under regret, bayayisola but umoya wabatshela, because yazi the way umoya usebenza ngakhona uyuzuyipayise nasekugcineni uze umuntu athi umuntu mina as I had this bad feeling about this thing but I tend to ignore. It tells ukuthi utsheliwe but when you tend to ignore, the end of the day uzofuna into ozoblamela kuyo. Sometimes ezinye izinto siyifaka thina siyazifaka thina emajele, siyilimaze thina siyifaka imoya yethu emajele, but there was this gut feeling was telling you, the spirit was telling you whatever you're doing is not thina into esiyi-understanda ngale ndlela, we don't understand ngale ndlela osofuna ukuyenza ngayo, because imoya iyasebenza but thina we tend to ignore, because thina siphila ngeso lenyama, sifuna into ezositshela in flesh, do not do this thing. It's where lapho uzobhelieve khona. Thina sinenkinga yebelief. I-belief it's something that is difficult as ukuthi sibe nayo, si-instile kuyithi i-belief, because i-belief iyasishaya i-belief, because ekugcineni siyazilimaza, because inkolelo yethu iyasishaya kakhulu. Thina kwesinye isikhathi sithi siyakholwa ngokomlomo but ngokomoya sikholwa. Silimele, baningi abantu they are stuck in their life because of that thing. Lento iyasilimaza emoyeni, because this thing kumele sizikhulume, because yizo sometimes eziblockhayo ukuthi our gift angabi active, because minor things thina nina nifuna uku-explainelwa amaphupho nokuthi what it's inzuza it's far from you from now as we speak now, ikude nawe manje kumele uqale ngama-basic so that uzokwazi ukufinyelela lapho, but you've got that gift, because abantu abaningi bajampela izinto. Umuntu ufuna ukuba ku-matric ngathi usese ku-grade 1. That's another thing esilimazayo in the spiritual journey, because sometimes it's ufundisa, it's a hard nut to be cracked. Sometimes siyalimala because that person akafuni ukuyizwa this conversation, akafuni ukuyizwa yena, ufuna ukuthi ume-explainele ngenzuza so that azokwazi ukucomplainela azokwazi ukukhomenta, kanti lezo nto zikude nawe, some of the things zikude nawe, zisesekude nawe, because you cannot explain umntana ka-grade 1 nge-geometry. You cannot explain, because that person noma uthi uya-instilla lento ikude naye. Some thina sifuna into ezikude but into ezi-general asizifuni, because imoya yethu ilimazwe into eyincane, ezisilimazile, ziyasilimaza kakhulu and asiziboni and ziyadala, ziyamosha. Athi umuntu athi ngizoyistart imoto yami ingana oil, ngizoyistart, izomosha. Yes, ingahamba but izomosha, izoshaya imoshe, ilimaze nalapho, ilimaze igcina imoto iba stuck, imosheke permanently, because we tend to ignore and uyazi into ukuthi ube guilty, uwazi ukuthi ngiyahamba ekuseni but umoya wami awuvumeli lana nalento, because I've prayed about it and I still get the same answer over and over. Why I don't listen unembeza wami? Why ngawulaleli lo moya ewushilo? Ngoba bashilo bathi ngulizwi ngiyadala. So I better you've got ancestors and they will communicate with you. Your alimala manje, as we speak right now, siyalimala because asilaleli and manje into eziningi ziyasilimaza because we are ignorant. We are in the journey but we are ignorant, but sifuna lokho esikufunayo. That's our problem. Thina in the journey singena with ngaye ngama-intentions, sifuna lokho esikufunayo esizokuzuza. After sikuzuza then we are fine. We don't understand the journey. That's a problem. What we are in inyama sifuna lokho ekufunwa inyama. So yabona, when you're in the spiritual journey, you need to ungene okufuna lokho okufunwa umoya, ungangeni lokho okufunwa inyama, because mawuzongena lokho okufunwa inyama uzoba nama confusion amaningi. Sometimes ubona abantu, they are starting the journey abayiqedi, and that person in the journey, you need to be prepare yourself, because the journey, it never ends, and it's long nayo kwayona, and ifuna into eyiningi, it's iyademanda. But manje ngokuthi wena ungene because bone short memory, bona lento le ukuthi mina ngizozuza ngithole nalokho, then my life iyaqhubeka. No, then you need to start from scratch. Abantu abadala, they need to test you, need to be tested, ubonise undluliswe. That's why I always talk about ngekhekhe. Ikhekhe liyandluliswa, you need ukuthi udlule kuma process, but we don't want a process. That person maqala uthi uyakhuluma na akafuni ukuzwa, ufuna ukuzwa le afuna ukuyizwa. It's really sad, because there are a lot of kids here as we speak right now. They are stuck, they are confused, they are even thinking to quit the journey, because inkani into eningi zalimala. A lot of people bayalimala in the spiritual journey. Only people abantu abayigijimisile, the one solution, they don't want to go the journey. The one solution, I don't know ukuthi niyangizwa, abantu abaningi abafuna ukuhamba le journey, bafuna ama-solution, bafuna easy way out in the journey, then athi ngumntwana abantu abadala. But that person, noma ethi solve for X, that person akafuna, ufuna ukuyenza cut and paste. That's why schooling was so important, ukuthi you need to understand. That's why, but read with an understanding. Don't just read ukuthi undlule. Some people are in the journey bafuna ukundlula. Some people abafuni ukusebenza, bafuna nje easy way out nje ukuthi bakwazi kube bathole that thing abayifunayo, ngoba khona into abayi-envyile abayifunayo. That's why most of the time uthola abantwana, they can't even bahlaziya amaphupho wabo, because they don't have time for ama-calling wabo, because sometimes amaphupho aza nama-answers, but they will never give you a direct answer, it answers straight. Sometimes you need to go down and dig it. Ukuze ukwazi ube neso likamoya, you need to practice, you need to instill this thing in you, ukuthi yes, I'm a spiritual child and I need to do izinto ezenzakala in that journey. I need ukuthi ngilwe in order kunezinto zizokwazi kuba simple, because whoever lo muntu ozoku-explainela that dream ubona ngathi kulula, so uthembele kuyena, so noma nginalento kanje, I need to go this person, that person one day uNkulunkulu uzomsusa, uzobe sewuthembele kubani. Thina inkinga yethu, we don't want to work. Thina we always lean kwabantu, and the Bible said ukuthi amathemba ethu angabe ebantwini. Thina that's why imoya yethu ngeke isebenze, because we don't allow the will, asivumeli lo moya okhuluma nathi ukuthi usebenze. Every time sirely abantwini. That's why even people babe bascam, because thina sithembe abantu ukudlula omphezulu. Siyalimala ngento encane because we are too lazy. Thina sesidepende ebantwini, sesidepende abantu ukuthi hayi kunomuntu okanje, I know umkhulu uzokhuluma i-life, then I'm done. I know umkhulu manje khona abagaqele ukuthi hayi umkhulu uzoba life, so do your research. Sometimes you'll get answers. Some people balindele lokho. Some people, I'll just say, some people, they don't listen to understand, they just listen ukuthi bafuna ukuphendula ukuthi umuntu akubhalele iphupho la ukuthi ngiphuphe, akafuni ukulalela. Sometimes ukulalela khona ezinye izinto ezingakupha ama-answer through ukulalela, because khona ezinto ezingabuya seyibuya ngenye ukuthi hey man, nayi lento lena, but it's not direct yona, but it's similar, but I get answer indirect. Asifuni ukusebenza endleleni kamoya, sonke we are genius endleleni kamoya. Then people start to ask ukuthi uyithatha information again, because endleleni kamoya you learn and uvulele usivumele isithunywa sakho naso ukuthi sisebenze. It's not like ukuthi akekho umuntu endleleni kamoya sidom, endleleni kamoya sikho dom. Thina we are lazy, si lazy because asifunu kalawa le gift esinayo. That's why every time I talk about a spiritual identity, it's when uzazi ukuthi ubani, because it's not like ezinye izinto ngazalwa ngizazi. No, ezinye izinto when you grow spiritually, ezinye izinto uyembulelwa zona. Kwembulelo uyabembulelwa, uyaphenyelwa, but angeke kwembulelwa when you're not doing anything. Ngoba mongenzi lutho, you won't receive anything. Isithunywa sakho masihlele silele njalo, you won't receive anything. Uzohlela ustuck njalo, uhlela umbuzeni, ubuzani njalo, uhlela ubuza njalo, buza njalo, because awufuna ukusebenza. You need to wear your work suit and work for your gift. Your ancestors, they will see, and uNkulunkulu wakho uzokubona this person is working. But masesemvalela manje sizobe singanaqiniso ngaye. Some people, they don't work, they just go open bavuke ngo-3 endlini. You need to go out sometimes, you need to go out, ingqondo yakho yokuhlerapheka, you need to go out and find indawo. Nokuthi angiyitholi indawo, uyenzile na isabelo. That's the way sekungakhona manje. Lot of things eziyayenzakala kuma social media ngiyabona. You need to go out and pray outside so that nengqondo yakho ikwazi ukuqaqaleka. Sometimes umoya wakho udinga ukuthi uye ngaphandle to pray ngaphandle. Yes, you wake up, sometimes uyaziqelaza, you wake up ebusuku uvuka ngo-3, 4, 5, 6. End of the day, in the morning, you have to go back to work. Maybe you have 17. Umzimba wakho, it needs to rest, because if you don't rest, isikhathi ushaya yini, umzimba iyakhuphuka ushaya yini, stress, depression, because we are not healthy. Physically, we are no longer healthy, and the manje mentally now uko healthy, and the manje the way we are corner because ufuna something. So awusathandaziswa ukuthi I need to heal my spirit. We are just praying because I want something. There's into ziyahluka. If you want, uzola bese ungathola ama-answer. But if you are praying for healing, to heal your spirit, it's where lapho into izokwazi uku-adjusteka nomzimba wakho uzoyi-adjust. Because there are people abavuka ngo-3 because I want this, I want material things. That's why izinto zingayenzakali, because you want this, awukwenzi ngokuthi ufuna ukwembulelwa. Lot of people abakayembulelwa nanamhlanje. Lot of people, they don't even understand the ama-gift wabo. Why? How you do things, how you implement things. Khona ezinye izinto okumele uzenze ngendlela bekumembulela ngazo in order kuzoba lula, because nehila akasebenzi ngawo, usebenza ngabantu abangasekho, usebenza ngomoya kuwena. Wena you are just a flesh or representer labantu ohamba nabo, ngoba lo muntu kumele esebenze ngalabantu abangasekho. Lo moya ohamba nayo wokhokho omkhulu wona okumele kusetshenzwe ngawo. Wena you are just a flesh. Thina sisebenza kanjalo la ekhaya, ngasisebenza ngalabantu abangasekho. That's why ukuthi noma senza izinto siqala khona emsamo, sithi mehlole siqala emsamo, size sikhuphuke size ngawe, sigcina ngawo ngokwenyama ukuthi okay sekunaloko ukuhlupha. Kodwa masiyocela, masingalibalungisanga umsamo wakhe into zingahambi kahle, sizobiza abani sibacele ukuthi basebenzisane nabo abokhokho omkhulu bethu, besebenzisane nabantu bakini ukuthi kwazi into zakhona zembuleleke zivuleleke, because abantu abafuni ukusebenza. Ngisho ne-mall, when you are building a mall, it take time, because kumele kuqale nge-ground, kumele kuqalwe nge-foundation and check ukuthi siyakhela endaweni e-right na. We need to go back nento zakho zabantu abadala. We need to go back and check emsamo ukuthi izinto zi-right now. We need to fix. Yes, it's a good place. Yes, umuntu o-right abamkhethile, uye bamkhethile, but we need to go back, check from the foundation, from the ground floor ukuthi le ndawo i-right now. Angeke at the later stage asifuni ukudluliswa kuzona, because they need to check you, bekulungiselele from the ground floor ukuthi izinto zakho zihambe, zikwazi kuyohamba kahle. But wena ufunani? Ufuna ukuthi ukwenze manje kuchanneliwe, because yabona into ezichaneliwe ezingayenzanga proper at the later stages yalimaza. Kubhlungu solimele sobona ngathi there's a light. Kubhlungu kwakhelwa umuzi when uthola umuzi uthi hayi lo wami in 3 months bosowuphakamile lo muzi loyo. You need to question yourself ukuthi after 3 months this house is everything is done. Iyamelwa na i-foundation yakho kahle na? Kubhlungu ufuna ukurasha for a progress, uyirashe i-progress yakho, then uyithole, bese after few months or after a few years, then it boom, it crash. Then when you go back to consult, so uyobuza uyohlola futhi, then they'll tell you the same thing ukuthi mina ngayenza. So ubhiga ulwa mina ngayenza lento lena mina, but angeke usabe honest ukuthi I never did it ngendlela ekumele yenziwe ngayo. It becomes a problem ukuthi sometimes into how we do it siyenza in a proper, because yazi into mawuyenza true mawuyenza, there are a lot of things that you need to learn. There are a lot of things ozozifunda. So thina asiyenzi kahle, asiyenzi ngendlela right, asiyenzi proper thina sifuna. That's why I was saying thina we only want a final product and it destroys us. Final product yasilimaza and siyayithanda and sithanda thina into okundlulela. Njengoba ngikhuluma ngemall, it took time ukuthi imall iyakhiwe. Kulapho engihlala khona, every time when mangidlula khona, yes ubonile concept, yes bakutshelile bathi uzoba yihila. Lapho engithanda ukudlula khona, yes they have already bayibhalile ukuthi there will be a mall, but mawuthi uyabheka kwamanje akakacaci ukuthi yes utsheliwe ukuthi une calling, but akakacaciseleki calling yakho nalapha but manje they are still busy nge-foundation yalapha, because they know very well if the foundation is not proper they can't build a mall, because they know very well at a later stage if they're gonna build at a later stage or after a year the mall izocrasha, and they might crash le mall kuzoba nenkinga, bazokhuluma ngenke ukuthi we never check this thing. That's why they are engineers, that's why there are people ekumele uhlangane nabo ebezokulungisela umsamo. That's why kunabantu abahlukile kunama-category of healers, kunomuntu obased ngomsamo, kunomuntu osekabhizi ngalokhu, kunomuntu obhizi ngalokhu, kunama-categories. If masingakuvumela intando, you'll understand me. If you can allow the will iyenzakala, intando iyenzakala, you'll understand. Komanje you will never understand me. You'll always complain or question ezinye izinto engizozikhuluma kuwena, because akaze waba nesikhathi uhlale phansi and uzi-analyze ukuthi mina i-calling yami nama ngiqale from the roots na, or I just started nje phezulu ngicalile na. Do I know my foundation? Because there are a lot of people that are in this journey but they don't know ama-foundation wabo. So ezinye izinto, some people they are quick to answer or to judge, but abakazi baba nesikhathi. You could see umuntu oshesha phendule, you could see on the comment shesha phendule, that person azange alalele, but sometimes you need to listen with an understanding. That person umamelile ngoba ufuna ukuphendula. Umbona ngeyimpendulo zakhe how umuntu akhuluma, azange amamela, but kumele ulalele. Let it swell in your mind, ulalele, listen with an understanding, khona ezinye into ozokwazi ukuyiphendula. You would see sometimes they ask why mkhuluma ungaphendula our comment, because you could see that amanye into eyibhalwayo ukuthi this person mongo, because sometimes before answer into umuntu ebhaliwe you need to read, uyifunde ngokucabanga, uyifunde ujule ngawo ukuthi this question nalo muntu uyibuza ngokuthi uyibuza vele ukuthi ufuna or uyibuza ngokuthi uyachwensa. So yabona izinto nezinto mawuqale from the foundation, it's where you're going to understand a lot of things. So that's why I was making an example ngemall. As now mangidlula njalo, every time in the morning mangidlula ngize esigodlweni, I foundation. To deal with the foundation, it take time. Buka abantu mabebakha imall, it take time when they are dealing with the foundation, because they need ama-engineers to survey bayenze be-level ukuthi noma bezoqala the foundation ikwazi ukuthi bayiqala ngendlela e-right, noma beqala i-structure beyiqale sebazi ukuthi they have dealt with the foundation, because ku-foundation there are a lot of things, because bangathi mabeyakha le mall kanti there's a rock la ngaphansi lelitshe leli lizophazamisa at the latest stage, and we need ukuthi noma silikhipha sikwazi ukuthi liqala from kuphi. We need to drill siliqale from kuphi. So now empilweni yakho there's a foundation they need to check. They need to check and assist you ukuthi labantu bayasebenzisana na. So there are a lot of things, but thina we are in a hurry. You won't understand me, but you'll understand understand sobuya khona. But kuhle ngokuthi some of my life Facebook yami ayasaveka. Some people you can hear they are commenting with life engayenza 2 years back. Some of the things wamanje it won't angeke ikuthashe, but 2 years later it will touch you. Some of people they are commenting kuma YouTube channel yami. Some of them I posted long time ago, but so kuyisikhathi ukuthi kuthashe nawe. This thing engikhuluma namhlanje angeke ikuthashe, but one day izokuthasha. One day izokupha light how to fix your things, because it's so important. It's so important, a foundation. It's really important. You can't build a house without a foundation. And you can't build a house ungazange check from kuma roots what is happening under. You can't start your calling ungacheckanga what is happening with your ancestors. Nomsamo wakho ukuthi kwenzakalani bame kanjani abantu abadala. And to do that thing, it won't be easy. Like I'll make an example. Abantu mebakimole, it's not something that will take 3 months then, because they want to build something that will be permanent. When you are building something permanent, you need to check a level with a right now, and you need to go under and check with ayikho into engayiphazamisa at the latest stage seyiphakama. Nakuwe we need to check with ayikho into ezokuphazamisa at the latest stage into zakho maseyiqala ikhihlika, because abanye abantu they think manje abantu esebayenzile, but manje abanye abantu they are stuck manje ukuthi why umuntu angasebenzi ngabantu uhambile wayothwasa wahamba wayophakamisa isithunywa wayenza konke, but manje the problem with abantu abadala they are not active. Why? You need to go back, sezibuyele emasuswini sibe umtshela ngento ebekube kade yayenziwa sebembuyisela khona, and that person is no longer easy ukuthi abuyele futhi ebe umuntu ayehle bese ayolungisa, because bazokutshela ngefoundation ukuthi your foundation azange yayenzeka kahle. Kunothizeni nathizeni abakhala bayalo mina ngayenza bangenzela kanti they never did. Some of the things abafuna ukuyigubha abanye abalaphi, they want to do nje emoyeni, umunye umuntu abone ukuthi why mina ngithatha isikhathi kangaka kumkhulu, because we are still digging. Simele silungisa from the foundation. Nomntwana namanje konke bayamkhonze kakhulu abantu uMagwaza. It took us time, it took us 2 years to finish into zakhe. People they asking ukuthi uMagwaza, because there were a lot of things that we needed to ukuthi siyidige sikhuphuke sibe siyehlele enzansi zaze sakuthola lo. Namhlanje usebenza ngabantu, but ungokubekezela kwakhe. Some abanye ababekezele behambe because they think ukuthi umkhulu is delaying us. I'm not delaying you, mina ngisebenza with the underground people. Sebenza nge-underground people is not easy. Underground gang is not easy. It's not easy. Asifuni ukukhala phezulu. Kumele sisuke uthi ngisho nokhula mawucenta mawungakatholi impande, same thing isazobuya. That thing boyikhipha futhi isazobuya 2 weeks ibuye seyimila, because you never dig uthi uzokhiphe from ama roots ukuthi lento ingasebe. Ask yourself, isihlahla why masisikhipha isihlahla sithi sifuna ama roots why? Because asisayifuni lento le ukuthi iphinde futhi iyenzakala. Nento mawuzoyenza you need to start from the ground. From now then unyuke nayo in order ukuthi kuze kufinyelela la, because you need to explain yourself kuze kufinyelela la ukhona kwenzakaleni, because if you can't explain yourself omunye umuntu angeke akwazi ukuhlaziya kahle. You need maso umuntu fully so uqedile into zakho, you need to able to explain yourself or identify yourself ukuthi mina ngubani ngenzani ngibizelwe ini. Some people they can't do that thing. It's really sad and painful. Asibonge umusa wabadala, asibonge umusa wenkosi. Ngithi nami senginqamula nje, senginqamula nami ngasabi mude nje. Ngibonge isikhathi sakho nendlebe yakho. Ngithi ngibonge umusa. There are a lot of things ekumele sikhulume ngazo. Some people they even asking me why ungabhali incwadi. Lokho kuzofika ngesikhathi sakho lokho makumele kufike. But there's a lot of things. A lot of people they're saying umkhulu is talking in day one over and over. But I'm not talking day one and over. Ngifuna ukuyinstila le mbewu leyo ukuthi uzokwazi ukubona into zakho ungaboni ngathi it's difficult kanti silula. Some of the things zidinga nje ukuthi undlulise. It's a process. I process yakhona yes kunezinto eziningi ezenzakalayo. That's why I always make an example ngekhekhe. Ikhekhe liyandluliswa ku-180 degrees ngoba nawo ngeke ummeli 180 degrees. So nawe uyadluliswa ngale ndlela ondluliswa ngayo ngoba nekhekhe nalo angeke liyibekezelele iminyaka ozondlulisa ngayo, because after 6 months nalo liyabola. So nayo linendima lokubekezela. Nawe angeke ubekezelele ungene estofini ovenini for 20 minutes, but ikhekhe liyakwazi ukungena. Nalo ikhekhe angeke likwazi ukuhlala for 6 months ukuthi libekezelele ukuthi likwazi ukuba i-final product. So lento lezi asibizwanga ngokufana. So ungamangali when your friend angenile abantwini wangena in the journey abantu abadala waprospera masinyane, but wena you are still delaying because iy'busiso zenu nokubusiseka kwena akufani. So ezinye izinto it's just nje general, ezinye into we need to use a common sense. Kokunye asibizwanga ngokufana ngoba nokubusiseka kwethu akufani. When you might cry now but uthi uNkulunkulu makekubusa lento lezi umuntu anazo uzenze in 2 months or 3 months ube nako konke okudingayo, and that person it took him 10 years. Yes, ubukela in 10 years a progress, but when all those things we can accumulate it in 2 months or 3 months, so unazo zonke izinto lezo. Sometimes ukubekezela it's a good thing. Ukubusiseka komunye umuntu it's just ukuthi nawe bekubonisa ukuthi one day you'll be okay. uNkulunkulu makabusisa abantu abaseduze kwakho, it's giving you hope because lento azanayo into enkulu. Into enkulu mekethu uyakubusisa wonke umuntu uyoba ey'ndebeni zabo, uyobe usematheni bekhuluma ngawe, but ngokuthi thina sijahile, we are ill patient, angeke sikwazi ukubona lokho. But ukubekezela kuza nezipho ey'nkulu. I'm a testimony. A lot of things zenzakale in a short of period of time after ngibekezelele isikhathi eside, but thema sezenzakala zonke yeah, I have a testimony. Unyaka nonyaka I have a testimony ukuthi I've achieved this, I've achieved this. Yeah, kunento page engiyibhalayo. So ukubusiseka akufani. Sometimes you question why uNkulunkulu angakangibusisi, kanti God knows. Ngoba okokunye uNkulunkulu angibusise ngawo abanye abantu they need ukuthi kuthatha isikhathi eside, but uthi uNkulunkulu mekebusisa wathi konke uzokwenza manje because ube nesineke wabekezela. So ukubekezela it's the most important thing empilweni zethu. Kwamanje awuboni ukuthi what is happening in your life, but uNkulunkulu uzokubonisa khona into ayibhildayo. That's why I was making ikhekhe nangumuntu. So ukubusiseka kobhuti wakho, ukubusiseka kwe-husband yakho, ukubusiseka konkosikazi wakho akunga demotivate, akuphakamisa, uplift spirit sakho. There's something that is coming. Masekabusisa la eduze kwami, it tells ukuthi there's something that is coming, khona okuzayo. So thina sometimes ukubusiseka abantu eduzane kwethu kuba it's like a curse. It's like ukuthi manje uNkulunkulu, I'm the one who's praying this family, but ukubusisa lo, it tells a lot ukuthi mntanami, you're still in a right journey, but I'm still preparing for you. I'm trying to show you ngomuntu ola ukuthi whatever you're doing right now into enhle, but wait for me, wait for me, your time will come and you will shine. So thina we are ill patient. That's another thing. Sifuna ukubusiseka but asikwazi ukubekezela. Ukubekezela it's the most important thing in this journey. Kule journey le manganayo patience, you won't understand. We end up une-ishuqu zakababa uSpiya, zakababa uMkhwanazi, zakababa uNhlapho, ufake yonke ufasiwe. Mawuthi uyayibamba le shuqu awusakhumbuli nama-formula wazo how to use it because awukho lo muntu. Yes, true, ukubekezela there are a lot of things ezenzakalayo, but ungasuki because it's sad. Ubekezele bese uyasuka bese iy'busiso zakho yifica omunye umuntu. Ngithi mntwana asekhaya asibekezeleleni, you never know what will happen. I'm a testimony yokubekezela, ngibekezelile akudlali. I know you'll be saying athi umuntu omkhulu uyakhuluma nje akazi ukuthi what I'm facing right now. Namanje anginamali yesinkwa njengoba akhuluma athi ngibekezela. Kukumanje ngithuka umamami, kukumanje I'm useless. I can't even have a say whatever if there's a family meeting, or I can't even put in input, or I can't even provide, I can't even do anything for my child. Umkhulu uyakhuluma, yes, I've been there nami, but bekezela noma lishisa ligwinye ukhuleke. time will come and lokho kuyenzakala nawe, you won't believe. uNkulunkulu masakakubusisa, you won't believe. And ezinye izinto ake usazi kwamanje, yes uthi ufuna uNkulunkulu akubusise, ngifuna ukuthenga this and this mangaba nemali, but the day uNkulunkulu akubusise lezo zinto lezo kuzoba izinto ongasazidingi, kuzoba the list of your, ngeke kusabe your list of your problems. Into ozobe sokuthi I'm no longer that person, because sometimes sifuna ezinye into uNkulunkulu angasifuni ngathi. Some of the things siyadinga eyazi I need this, kanti abekelwanga lokho, khona okubekelwe kona. So asibekezeleni, ukubekezela akaze kabulala umuntu. noJobe naye wabekezelela. Some of the things in the Bible izinto zokumotivate. Sometimes get that manual sisebenzisa ngokubula sivuleke ey'ngqondweni zethu, but thina masiyiphethe leya inkemba sesikwazana ngayo. We are quoting where it suits us. If you could read from Genesis until the book of Revelation, we'll understand ukuthi kahle kahle lento lena akusinkembe yokubulala, inkemba yokumotivate. It motivates you, but now we are using iBhayibheli as ukuthi siyadestroyana, because we read where it suits us. If you could read the Bible from the Genesis, from January, reading from the Genesis until the book of Revelation, will understand ukuthi lithini kuthina. Alizange ngizodestroy, but thina we are using iBhayibheli to destroy one another. That's another thing. Then we think, when I know iBhayibheli, I'm holier than that person osetshwaleni. We are not holy, because but sonke siyothi inkosi inkosi, kodwa you can judge that person and say that person oyobona umbuso wezulu wena ungawuboni umbuso wezulu. So it's sad how we do things, how we see things. Really painful mawubona abantu how bona maybe khuluma or interpret that book. It's really sad ngoba eBhayibheli mawungaqala ufunde kuwo konke okwenzakala empilweni yakho, it's some of the things kunezeluleko. This thing is not here to be judged or umuntu akutshele, because a lot of people, they confuse us because of ngengqondo nangento abayitshela ukuthi is right, then bayi-instile bese nawe uyayithatha bese that thing ingakusebenzeli, because ama-understanding wethu awafani. How we understand things asiboni ngokufana and understanding ngokufana, and we need to learn and live with that thing. We don't understand. If this person understand abantu abadala in that category, don't you ungacabanga wena ukuthi now you'll understand your ancestors on that category. That's the thing eslimaza of understanding ancestors. We don't understand our ancestors ngendlela efanayo. Then when we think ukuthi mangaba understand ngendlela kamkhulu, I will have a progress because umkhulu ukanje nakanje nakanje. No, that's another thing is destroyer in the spiritual journey, because thina must understand, masifuna ukwenda la abantu abakhulumayo, they are here to enlighten us, hayi ukuthi but yenza lokhu nalokhu. They are here to enlighten you ukuthi izinto zikanje esimeni sikamoya. So wena nawe ezinye izinto, some of the things maybe azikho njalo, but zingale cishe zaba ngaleyo ndlela leyo. So i-green light ukubonisa ukuthi okay, izinto zenziwa ngaleyo ndlela leyo, ngale ndlela wena you were questioning yourself, or you were doubting yourself. So izinto eziningi izinto ekumele sizifunde endleleni kamoya, and ama-answers you'll never get a direct answer. That's the thing, you'll get indirect answer, and people, they don't understand ukuthi some of the answers angeke uyinikeze answer ibhalwe exactly. That's why no teacher masibhala ama-exam ikebona ukuthi abantwana sebexakekile bengangakunikezi direct answer, but bekaku-highlighter ukuthi ukwazi ukukhumbula. Kodwa mawufunda in the journey uzoyikhumbula into. Noma ngikhuluma manje, while you are in the journey, you are still learning. Khona izinto manje sizi-reflectayo ukuthi okay, now lento bengixakeka ngazo. But if you are lazy, awufundi in the journey, you will be still stuck and type into ende kanti ile journey ifuna ukuthi uyifunde, ifuna ukufunda ube nesikhathi. As nawe uthi as mawustarta in the relationship ukuthi hayi kuzomele sazane, sazane better in order ukuthi ngazi ukuthi ngidila ngento enjani. Why every time when we are starting a new relationship we talk about ukuthi we need to know each other first, so that sibone ukuthi lento ethi izokwazi ukwenzakala or lento ethi angeke ikwazi ukwenzakala. Why every time ask yourself, now in the journey you need ukuthi uyazi, you need to learn this journey and learn. When you are learning the journey, it's not like walking the park or it's something that tomorrow I understand the journey. We don't have time for our journey, but we want to have a final product in our journey. Some of the things took time to be active because siyabona masesiyanga isikolo se-computer, when it comes to programming sometimes you get ungafika lapho bathi kune-debug khona, but usitshe ukuthi amakhodi wakho akahle, but besikutshela ukuthi debug because there are a lot of things that you need to learn. Kuba napho debug kanti khona amanye amakhodi uyawalena. Okay, with this code I need mangiyiphera with this one and this one izosebenza, or le mangiyiphera kanje yenza so you are learning in a process. You are in a process of learning. When you are in a process of learning, you just can't mawufuna bese ukuthi boom everything iba green light. Sometimes into mele ithi debug because you need to learn, you need to go back ufunde, because as we speak right now namafoni, ukuze le phone uyiphatha namhla ke kaba nezinto eziningi, but maybe tester futhi ingayenzi lento bebeyifuna njoba wena namhlanje soyibona kube final product. I'm using an iPhone, I'm using this phone is doing this and this and this, because kunento eziningi ekudluliswe kuyona beyinayo behand ukuthi wesikhathi program ekhona yenza sekumosheke kanje. The phone test it took time ukuthi namhlanje uzoyibamba, it took time, but when I was, because kumanje there's another version eyenziwayo as we speak right now. We are using this phone, but there's another version enye eyenziwayo while manje wena this phone yakho isese-relevant, but kunenye ifoni futhi esayenziwayo wena uzobona sekubona i-final product. Hawu sekunale phone kanje nakanjena, awazi ukuthi ithatha isikhathi esingakanani. Maybe le phone oyisebenzisa it took them 3 years or 4 years ukuthi ikwazi ukusebenza. So some of the things they just need a common sense. That's why into zikamoya kwesinye isikhathi ezinye ama-example ayenzakala, but ngoba sisenyameni we cannot see all those things. Nanasekhaya singakhuluma kuze kushone ilanga, but ngiyathemba ukuthi okukhulumekile kuzoyithola indawo emndenini wakamoya. Black child uzoyithola indawo imsize. Nami angikhulumi kanje ngokuthi ngazi konke, angazi lutho. I'm still a child, I'm still learning some of the things. Ngiyafunda in the journey. Nami ngumntwana, nginenkungu nje emehlweni wami. I'm learning a lot from people ngoba ngisesewumntwana nami, but I'm hoping ukuthi nami izwi malidala kumina, I need to share isinkwa sikamoya. Ngiyathemba lokho engishiyerile namhlanje uzokwazi ukusuthisa umoya umntwana olambile, umphilise, umuphi direction ukuthi noma selilahlile ithemba engelahle ithemba, ebe nemvuselelo, ebe nentshisakalelo kuko konke akwenzayo. Mina I'm just giving you encourage, ngiyaku-encourage ukuthi whatever okwenzayo iba nokukhanya, ukuthi noma izinto boyibhenge enye indlela zibuke ngelinye iliso and say I believe I can fly, I believe one day I'll make it in life. Yes, right now it's not my time, but my time is coming. As there's a movie said, get rich or die trying. Get rich or die trying. Mele sizame. Yes, mele sizame. We must try in order ukuthi sifinyelele laphaya. Sizoba right elifeni. Akekho umuntu ozalelwe ukuthi ahlupheke. Sonke sizalelwe ukuthi sinendima nenjongo kumele siyidlale emhlabeni. Mntanethonga, mntanedlozi. Hayi asithokozene. Wonke sithi uNkulunkulu makathele umusa. Asipho sikhanya, asivuleleke wonke phezu kwesimo sempilo. Asisebenzeni. Let's wear our work suit and work in the spiritual journey. Leli jazi lakho kwesolilahlile eze washo ubani uBobo. Yes, that talk is no longer relevant, but why washiya leyo maklathi ilwa ntombo. It's about time ushiyile wayifika ngayo. Yes, people they were taking as a joke, but you need to fight mntana sekhaya. Akekho ozokulela ilwa ntombo, ilwa. Khulumile a few years, 2 years ago or 3 years ago wathi ilwa ntombo, ilwa. Yes, ithatha as a joke, ilwa. You need to fight for your life. No one will fight for you. No one will fight for you, no matter what. No mamakho, your husband, your boyfriend won't fight for you. lento lamabhetlela abheke wena individual, even your child angeke akulwele, nobani whoever umthembile angeke akulwele, wozozilwela. Ilwa mntwana sekhaya, ilwa ube nento ozokhuluma ngayo, iba nento ezokhuluma ukuthi yeah, I've passed this, because impilo yakho it's based on a true story, istory esixoxela abantu uthi. That's why most of the time noma ngibukela ama-movie, when it say it's based on a true story, angisamuvi about ngizoyibukela until iziyophela. Nawe impilo yakho yoduma uxoxela abantu, it's based on a true story, into eyayenzakala. So whatever it's happening right now, it's a story to tell. Now yobukhuthaza omunye umuntu ukuthi I've went through this, but ungibheka namhlanje ngila, I'm still going, ngisalwa, ngisayenza. So akube right, asibonge uNkulunkulu makathele umusa. uNkulunkulu uyasithanda sonke, athi ngakhuluma kodwa kumele ngisebenze manje. Kwesimethele umusa, kuyomsombuluko, kuyiMonday, ngathi iviki lakho lingapusiseka libe nokukhanya, kuvuleke, udede obumnyama kuvele ukukhanya, kwande konke, nabakhulekayo bakhuleke, nabasemaphehlweni uNkulunkulu abalekelele, abaseyintabeni, abaseyikolweni, abacela imisebenzi uNkulunkulu abandisele. Siyabonga, amen.